please subscribe and don't forget to press the bell icon to get notified whenever we upload a new video.
Hugo, well, that's one of the projects that, of course, your special is looking at. They also are looking at supply chains and commodity markets, oil and gas and mining, etc. are the projects that they are looking at. But much more important news on your screen right now, which is the SEBI's nod for trading extensions from 1st of October, Lata. And that clearly is the time that they would start trading commodities as well.
I know why you're smiling, Manisha. I know why you're smiling.
No, Manisha has not been staying up till midnight even when her market was trading late.
That gives us hope.
So that gives us hope that we are not going to be asked to stay up.
Maybe that also means that I would be told to wait.
All three of us. Okay. Well, that's the short point that equity derivatives will also start trading up until midnight if the exchanges want. It is an enabling provision for exchanges to offer equities derivatives trading from October 1st up to 11:55 p.m. Now, exchanges, of course, will have to be ready with the infrastructure. Brokerages will have to be ready with their infrastructure. But this is derivatives and it is not cash. So the initial understanding could be that options, stock options and stock futures can't be traded till you have cash. And therefore, possibly it will be only index futures that will get traded and not necessarily stock futures and stock options. That's how it happens all over the world. You have, whether it's SGX Nifty or now it is in the past tense, SGX Nifty almost, or whether you have, Dow futures. They are, it's only the indices that are traded and not normally the stocks. So expectation is that we will have the indexes and not the stocks. But I believe Rajnikant Patel, the former head of Bombay Stock Exchange, is with us. Mr. Patel, thank you very much. Well, this is the circular we have from SEBI that exchanges, if they so desire, may extend equity derivatives trading up to 11:55, and it starts from 9 a.m. unlike 10 a.m. as is now the case. Your first thoughts, do you think stocks will be offered or will it only be indices?
If you just look at the technicalities of it, it's the indices which are extended for, should be extended for trading up to 11:55 or latest hours, whichever the regulator decides. Because, yes, the settlement issues can be found if the underlying cash is not available till that time. And I don't see any possibility of cash trading being extended up to this. But I would say if the settlement procedures can be streamlined or it can be looked into, then even futures or options also can be on the horizon for being extended trading hours.
Okay, so Mr. Patel, in your sense, how long would it take the exchanges and the brokerages to put the infrastructure? Is it nothing much, nothing new, and just a continuation of what currently exists? What additions are needed, or can exchanges and regular brokerages be ready on October 1st?
I think for the indices trading, the extension is just an extension of time. There won't be a major technology improvement which is required. For settlement purposes, maybe the exchanges will have to tweak their present rule and maybe look at a little bit one or two issues over here and there in terms of settlement guidelines. At the brokerages, I think it is more issue on the ground reality in terms of extension of manpower and having the technology being made available for longer working hours. So it's more HR or a human-related issues than much of a technology-related issues.
Okay, well, let's, sir, do stay on with us, Mr. Patel. Let's put that question on those human issues to Deven Choksi. Deven, first question this, I mean, we still don't know whether exchanges will want to do only extension of index futures or whether they will be willing to open up the whole 9 yards. I mean, all F&O stocks trade up till 12 o'clock, then midnight. Because in the US, we do have that. Apple trades after hours. We get a sense of the earnings reactions in after hours trading for a lot of these blue chip stocks. Has the time come for the Indian setup to also consider full F&O trading, all listed F&O securities to trade till midnight?
Yeah, good afternoon, Sadhvi. Well, I would say so because see, now the exchanges are also allowed, equity exchanges are also allowed to trade for commodity. And I believe that I think BSE is going to make the move for, I think, commodity trading also. Commodity trading in any case, I think, is operating till 12 o'clock midnight. So obviously, I think other exchange, other markets also could probably operate along with. The good part of this move is that you are basically segregating the cash market to be with the derivative or the futures market. And any important positions which one wants to take after market hours, I think now the window is open even for domestic investors.
Okay.
Up till
So
now,
Devin,
the window was kept open for...
Yeah, so Devin, you're saying that you expect both stocks and indices to trade till midnight?
Well, that clarity will have to emerge, Lata. I would think that, I think to begin with, we will have to believe that even extended hours, why would they restrict it only to indices? I think they also go for the stock, because I think stock futures can well trade. That shouldn't be a problem.
Okay. Would you need anything extra from the banking system for settling of trades? Any other infrastructure that is missing now?
Yeah, a whole lot of it. I guess I think the easiest part is to get the entire trading system done in no time. I think that the stock exchanges are very well capable of. They can extend the hours by n number of times. That's not an issue. The back-end systems of the clearing corporations, the back-end systems of the custodians, the clearing members, it will have to be significantly enhanced. And I think that's where the challenge would lie. So let's see how exactly it is getting cleared out.
But Devin, that will also mean investment in manpower at your end. I mean, I'm talking from a broker standpoint, because if it is stock futures trading throughout, futures and maybe even options, we don't know, then particularly in periods of market volatility or during earning seasons, will it require HR investment?
Sure, it will, and I think there is no doubt about it. But the fact is that what I'm sensing is that there will be a structured products which would be emerged out of the kind of proposition, because I don't expect the current generic market which is operating on the individual stock basis or I think the indices basis continuing. Maybe you will see the emergence of new structured products coming up going forward.
What do you mean by structured products? I mean, I only know of index futures. What else will, I didn't get the word structured products.
One of the item is index futures, I agree with you, and probably I think you will find some of the hedge products. Let's say, for example, your underlying portfolio is of certain baskets, I think certain stocks, and probably against that somebody has evolved a new type of basket or the hedge product for them, which ultimately would be allowed to be traded on the exchange platform. So even suppose if tomorrow Apple's earnings coming in and Apple's earnings are good, my IT portfolio can definitely, I think, be played separately on the market platform, I think, with this kind of news. So I think this kind of products will emerge eventually.
Okay. Gentlemen, we'll allow both of you to mull over it and resume the conversation at a later hour. In any case, we have all got to get used to perhaps working even later hours than we now do. Devin is speaking very freely of recruiting. I think in CNBC it will be one person work twice.
Oh, I must put on record, Lata is here the longest. Many of us are too, but I think Lata takes the cake in terms of the crown. So it won't be much of a change for you. For the rest of us,
you mean just a couple of hours more? No, nothing of the sort. I don't think anybody wants to see our faces all the way till midnight. No, chances are it will only be, indices or select hedge products as Devin is referring to. Let's watch out and enjoy till October 1st.